The study of fossils is an intricate art and science. There are hardly any takers for it in India, but we found a 15-year-old whose fascination for fossils is taking her places. Our correspondent Siddharth MP brings us this report from a miniature fossil museum in Chennai that is run by a high school student. Take a look.
Ever heard of paleontology? Perhaps in Jurassic Park films. Simply put, it is the study of fossils. Most adults don't think of it as a career, but she is fascinated and been obsessed with it since she was barely 5 years of age. Meet Aswatha Biju, an Indian schoolgirl who has earned the title of India's young paleontologist. Barren lands are unimpressive to normal people, but for her, it might be a treasure trove of fossils. She spends long hours at fossil sites across India trying to unearth pieces of prehistory. Sometimes they could be fossilized conches, shells, dinosaur bones, leaf specimens, microfossil specimens, and whatnot. She's even proficient in extracting, identifying, and studying fossils, all thanks to her mentors.
The biological part of it is slightly tricky. The information has to be collected in the field also, because once we leave a certain amount of information in the field, it is rarely retrieved. So we actually collect a fossil along with the sediment in case we may have missed something, so which we can trace it later on in the laboratory itself.
At home, the 15-year-old paleontologist has even curated a miniature fossil museum. It's her collection of over 130 fossils, all unearthed from sites across India. She doesn't stop with collecting and studying fossils. She even teaches her peer group about it, because fossils are key to understanding the world we live in. A recipient of numerous awards for her work with fossils, Aswatha was also bestowed an honor by the Indian government. It is known Prime Minister's Award for Children. It is conferred to children for their extraordinary feats. It is the highest recognition yet for the young budding paleontologist.
My ambition is to pursue the field of paleontology and be a renowned paleontologist under Molecular Paleontology Division. As for the aspirations I have for the field of paleontology, foremostly in India we have more than 15 fossil sites, wherein I visited 3 fossil sites, 2 in Tamil Nadu and 1 in Maharashtra. I've collected 136 fossil specimens from these regions. My biggest desire is to visit all the fossil sites in India and get to know a lot more about the paleontological resource we have in our nation.
Besides her regular studies at school, she's focused on bigger goals. The teenager is working towards making it big in her field and specializing in molecular paleontology. This involves the recovery and analysis of DNA from fossils to understand the evolution of different species.
Presently, paleontology, the study of fossils of animals and plants, might not be as well known in India. But by taking earnest steps like setting up a paleontology or fossil museum at home with more than 130 samples, Aswatha hopes to create more awareness among the masses. To ensure that this happens faster, she's also taking online and offline classes not just for her friends and peer groups, but also for her seniors and even college-going students. In future, she hopes to do a professional course in paleontology and ensure that she not just studies and documents India's paleontological history, but also helps conserve them. With video journalist Aragar in Chennai, this is Siddharth MP. WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.